I'm drinking wine and I have a turtleneck so that my Asian glow doesn't shine through. Lee, can I get more wine? Merci. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Maryam here. In today's video, finally, I am going to be reviewing Tati Beauty's new Blendiful Beauty Puff. Now, the reason why I'm so late on this review is because I just received my package in the mail. More on that in the video, but I am so excited. This new beauty tool is supposed to make your makeup game better, faster, stronger. This one puff is said to be used for not just primer, but also foundation, also cream, also concealer. It's supposed to cut the time in half and just make your makeup life so much easier. That is what the claim is by Tati, Glam Life Guru herself. And if for some reason you don't know who that is, she is a massive YouTuber, a phenomenal beauty guru that I am personally a huge fan of. I don't know her personally. This is not a product that was sent to me in PR. I actually spent my own money on it because I wanted to get Team Truth on it. I wanted to review it for you guys. I am really excited and really eager to get this video out to you. I know this is a very long intro, but I had to say it and I had to get it off my chest. Anyway, I hope you love this video. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. Blendiful Puff Tati Beauty review. Here we come. All right, you guys, so here we have the Blendiful package. I haven't even opened it yet, and the reason why my review is so late is because this package was literally stuck in transit for over 10 days. It has been a nightmare trying to get my hands on it. So the Blendiful Puff became available on January 10th at something very specific, like 1 p.m. Pacific, and Lee actually ordered it online. I was getting my nails done, so I couldn't order it myself. It took forever to get here because it was literally stuck in transit in California somewhere up until just a few days ago. So I'll include all the receipts right here so you guys can see. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because we called United States Postal Service. We wanted to make sure that this package wasn't just completely gone, vanished into thin air. They told us that we need to contact Tati Beauty and we need to file some sort of a claim with them because they didn't get their hands on it at all. Lies. After that call, they actually updated their system and they told us that this package was at the warehouse waiting to be picked up. So it actually, in fact, was not Tati's fault at all. Just want to throw that out there. I know there's lots of channels out there that would take this information and they would spin it and they would make some kind of a drama happen out of it. But in this instance, it was nobody's fault but the United States Postal Service. Long story short, I finally have my hands on the Blendiful. This is what the package looks like. No harsh lines, XO Tati. There's some cleaning instructions in the back, and let's open this up. Ooh, in it we have the Blendiful, first time looking at it, and also the Baby Blendiful. This basically looks like a giant puff or poof or a sponge. Feels very soft. You could basically crumble it up, fold it in any way, shape, or form. It's very bouncy, as you can tell. Feels very nice to the touch. And this is a product that's basically supposed to apply all of your facial makeup. Liquids, creams, and powders. You can bend it, you can contour with it, you can blend with it, apply primer with it. I actually watched Tati's video on the Blendiful. And at first, I'll be honest, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, why do I need a puff to apply my primer, my foundation, and my concealer and contour when I can just use my brushes, which is what I'm used to doing and is just so much easier. But then by the end of the video, I'll admit I was completely sold. I needed to have it in my life. I feel like she's either an amazing salesperson or this is an incredible product that the world has been missing. Today I'm gonna be reviewing it and I'm gonna be testing it out just the way that she said. Also gonna be testing out the little Baby Blendiful, which is supposed to be a touch-up tool. It's also not as squishy and soft as the original. Love the shape, by the way. We'll see how it goes. $18 for this entire package. I got two just in case. And the package includes both of these two products. So I guess let's get to it. Let's start this entire face using the Blendiful. The first thing that Tati recommends is using a blurring primer with this puff. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my face. I'm gonna attempt not to use my brushes at all for this video in hopes that I can achieve an actual full face with just this one little magical tool. We shall see, and this is definitely going to be a very unbiased review. Because as I said before, I am skeptical. Well, indeedy, it actually does make the product glide on very, very easily. It almost feels like it vacuum seals the product onto your skin. Because you press it and you glide it, there's really no air between your skin surface and the Blendiful. So the application indeed is very, very seamless. I've never really thought to apply primer this way, but I guess it does make sense. Your fingers, no matter how clean they are, they always contain oils. So when you're applying your primer, especially if you're someone like me who's oily, well, something like this makes sense. All right, let's apply some more on my forehead and let's blend that out. I like the fact that it's got these curved edges and the fact that you could make this a little bit sharper and a little bit more thin and precise if you want. I think that's cool. All right, well that blended like a dream. And now, let's move on to foundation. I got my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation right here. All right, here it goes. Now I am using the Blendiful with one of my absolute favorite foundations, and I will say that the one drop that I applied isn't applying the way that I'm used to seeing this foundation apply. Because you're gliding the product, it's actually shearing it out. Maybe I should try a different technique of pressing it rather than gliding it. I'm not sure if I love the Blendiful for foundation application just because I feel like I used more foundation in this instance than I typically would to get my normal full coverage that I'm used to out of this foundation. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna compare. Look at that Asian glow. It's just like popping out. Yeah, that's it. For foundation application, I absolutely 100% still prefer to use my brush just because this is a method that I'm used to. It blends out the foundation beautifully, brilliantly. It does not shear it out. It gives me the kind of coverage that I'm used to. I don't need to apply more, and it's so much faster. Those are my thoughts on that initially, but let's see how it works with my forehead. I do like the fact that I can get into these finer crevices like in between my brows and around my nose using the Blendiful. So that's a nice feature, but I just don't have that control like I do with the brush. I will also add, I'm not the one to use my beauty blender or any other sponge for foundation application. That's just not my preferred method. So maybe this is why I'm not really loving the way that this puff is applying my foundation, but that's not to say that it's wrong. I just really love this side of my foundation way more than this side. I don't know, something about this one isn't really satisfying to me just yet. Let's see how it goes with concealer. Again, I'm not using products that I'm not familiar with. I'm not trying to make it a tricky review. I'm using everything that I use on the regular, products that I love, products that I'm well familiar with. This way I can get a fair assessment. All right, let's try to blend out that concealer. You guys know, I'm just not loving it. I feel like the product is way too big. I'm getting my hands dirty. It's just not really my thing. Kind of wish I would have applied the foundation using the less precise side. That way I would save the precise side for all of my concealer application and blending, but here we are. I also just noticed that a couple of fibers are just kind of coming off and sticking onto my foundation, which is really no bueno. Yeah, there it is. All right, I'm gonna go back to the precise side. No, you guys, I'm not loving it. It's not flawless. The fact that this has fibers is actually making it apply in a fiber shape. You can especially see the texture right here in the edges. I mean, you can do it, but it's not perfect, it's not flawless, and moreover, it's not actually super duper convenient. I don't like the fact that I'm getting my foundation and my concealer all over my nails. I'd rather just grab my brush and hold onto the handle and keep my hands clean. Still not ruling it out. I have a feeling that this is a product that will work really great with powder. I feel like it's sucking up the product as a sponge would, and it's truly taking me a longer time to blend out the product. So far, really love the way that it applied my blurring primer. I feel like it sealed in the primer. It really made the canvas as smooth and as perfected as it can possibly be before my foundation application. But unfortunately, when it came to applying the liquids, the Blendiful just didn't do as good of a job as my foundation brush. Moreover, it wasn't as good as a beauty blender or any other sponge. It just wasn't perfecting enough given the fact that it does have fibers and the fact that fibers cause texture. It took me a long time to blend out the product. It also just wasn't convenient. This is big and it's bulky, and even though it is very soft and flexible, my hands just kept on getting into the product and I kept on getting foundation under my nails. That's not cute. All right, let's try it with some contour products. I heard that with creams, it could potentially be a different story, but let's see. I'm gonna place my finger right in that groove. I'm gonna squish it with my Makeup Forever palette, and let's go for a very, very subtle contour. Perhaps this lighter shade here. I'm usually not a cream contour kind of gal, but today, for the sake of this video, we are doing everything the way that Tati recommended in her video. So let's see. I would say that in the instance of cream, this is actually probably a really good texture for blending out the cream product. Still a little too big for my hands personally. And just for reference, I am a small person. I am 5'2". So even though I got a big old head, my hands are still kind of on the small side. And holding the product in this manner is just honestly not the most comfortable thing for me. I actually wish the string was a little bit tighter. Perhaps if it was a rubbery string and my hand felt very secure with the Blendiful, it might work a little better, but as is, there's definitely a learning curve. Now, I'm not gonna just like shit on this product. This is a puff, just like a Laura Mercier puff, just like a MAC puff. You're probably gonna get the same exact results by using those other brands' makeup puffs. But Tati did make a really big claim saying that this is the one tool you will need for all of your base makeup needs. For creams, for liquids, and for powders. So far, I'm not really seeing how this is saving my makeup life. Yes, I'm also forcing myself to do my makeup a little bit differently in this video. So perhaps that's also making me feel like there's a slight learning curve, and it's just a technique that I'm not necessarily used to. I don't want to reach for my brush though, so badly. So badly, I can't even express to you. Like, it's so much easier to blend out the nose with a precise little brush rather than this big old thing. Let's try a little under contouring. Might as well, since we're here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this peachy shade and let's just go right under that contour. Cute. Let's try powders. Let's stay positive, let's stay focused. I'm gonna pick up my LC Cosmetics translucent setting powder and I'm gonna dip right in here. Okay. Okay, you guys, I just don't think I'm a puff kind of girl. I still prefer applying my powders with either my brush or my beauty blender or a sponge type of tool rather than a puff, just because I don't feel like this is precise enough. No matter how you bend it, there's already so much product on it that is just not doing it for me. Even if I take a clean side, like I can certainly cut my cheekbone. But blending wise, I just don't feel like the texture is neutral enough for it to actually blend seamlessly. I feel like it's a good tool to press the product in. It's a good tool to apply non-color product on, such as the primer. But so far, I'm really having difficulty blending product out. I actually think this is pretty difficult. I think this is not for a beginner by no means. Unless, of course, I'm wrong and you are someone who's used to using a puff for makeup application, but that's just not me. And I'm truly, honestly having a hard time. I think I'm done with this translucent powder. Let's try the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I'm actually gonna flip this puff and I'm gonna try the clean side here. I'm gonna pick up a bit of this powder, basically applying the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder all over the areas that I didn't apply the translucent setting powder to. I'm gonna need my brush, you guys. I don't know, I feel kind of stupid. I feel like I'm making so many mistakes with the application of my foundation and powder and everything else in this video. It started off so good, but then, I don't know, it kind of just went sour. I feel like I'm applying way too much product. I feel like I'm taking way too long applying the product. And moreover, I'm not really loving the finish. Now I've beat my face so hard I can barely whisk off the powder. Now this size I feel like is a much better size for me personally. Still bend it, but honestly it's not really giving me the kind of precision that I'm used to, especially with a sponge. So I think I'm just gonna stop myself before I get carried away. I'm gonna gently apply some blush. This one from NARS. Let's do a little bit of bronzer as well. Alright you guys, I have just a little bit more makeup on my face. You might be able to tell, but I did use the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette on my eyes. That video is coming up next. This is the look that I created with it, without giving too much away. I am going to use the Blendiful Mini, or the Baby Blendiful, to blot my face, just to test out this product one more time and see what it feels like for touch-ups. I do have a little bit of fallout here, and just a bit of an oil slick, because I am extremely oily. So I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder just to see how that works out. Just cleaning up this section here. And you know what? I gotta say, as much as I wanted to love this product, as much as I wanted to fall in love with the Blendiful and with the Baby Blendiful, there's really honestly nothing special to it. This is a beauty puff that most of you probably already own. I know that I personally own at least 17 versions of this puff from other brands, from Laura Mercier to MAC to NYX to everything in between. Maybe I'm just not a Powerpuff girl. This is just not my preferred way of applying my face makeup. I do not like to use the puff to apply my liquids, nor my creams, nor my powders. It's not something that I ever really gravitated towards. I'm not gonna go ahead and sit here and recommend it for you guys because I don't feel like I can give it a fair recommendation. Perhaps this is a product that someone like Tati personally enjoys, and perhaps there are people out there who really like this sort of method, but in my case, I found it to be way too difficult. I found this product to be way too big for my small hand, and overall it made my makeup job actually a lot harder, and it took me a lot longer to apply my face makeup. Will I be using it again? Probably not. Like I said, there was just way too much of a learning curve for me. Although I was so excited for it after watching Tati's video, she's definitely had me sold. Sadly, I'm gonna have to give this very average product a very average rating of a solid 5. That is what this product is gonna get from me. That is my Team Truth review for you guys, and I hope you're not too mad at me for this very honest, very unbiased point of view. So that said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to check out some of my other videos for more honest Team Truth reviews right here. Click on them if you made it to the end. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Hint, hint, there just might be a giveaway because I do have 2 of these Tati palettes. Shh.